Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today's going to be something a little bit different. Today we're finally doing some maintenance on the bike because it is ridiculously dirty. There's so many issues and we're going to try and sort as many as we can. It needs an oil change, that's the first thing. And the bike does a classic Yamaha thing, it doesn't want to start. So when we want to start the Yamaha, usually the first time it starts up, it doesn't want to. So if we go over and put it in neutral, right here, it might struggle. And that is probably because the battery is low because of all the winter stuff. So I could try again. Yeah, battery is gone. So we're going to take the battery out, which is not hard. Just take the seat off. Then we only have to access these two bolts and just drag it out. Remember to make sure when disconnecting the battery, you disconnect the negative terminal first and then the positive. Okay, now I've got the battery out, we've put it on charge and we can do some other jobs while it charges up. Just seems like the winter core's not doing much justice for the battery because when I can always bump start it first try. It's just the battery, I just guess. I might need a new one, it just keeps dying. Okay, so now we are going to do an oil change to the bike because the bike could do with an oil change. It's not telling me to do an oil change, but I just know because these bikes are prone to eating up oil. They kind of like to drink it, so my oil level should be fine. We'll give it a look, but then we'll still change the oil anyway. Only annoying thing about this is because I have an aftermarket exhaust. The Black Widow exhaust pipe goes through the drain plug and I have to take the whole exhaust off to actually access it, so it's a bit of a pain. If you have a stock exhaust or exhaust that goes around it, then you should be fine and this won't be as difficult, but we're going to have to take the exhaust off, so yeah. Here I'm removing my fairings to give me access to my exhaust mounts. They're really easy to remove, it's just some size 4 Allen key bolts. Okay, so now I've got access to the exhaust. As you can see, it's got new studs in it with 2 bolts on either side just to keep it that extra tight because I don't want to risk it coming loose or snapping again like last time, and I had an exhaust leak for like half a year, so that was just annoying. But all we need to do is do on these 2 on either side. Oh, that's missing. So basically just that and that. Well, I forgot to record getting the exhaust out, but all you gotta know is use the socket with a 13mm on either side. One of the studs came out fully, so just that's fine. And then obviously 2 nuts for the other side, and that stud stays in. So yeah, that's nice and loose now, and all we've got to do is undo that bolt over there. So all we're going to do is we're going to put a wrench behind on the nut there, put the correct size Allen key into here, and then hold that while you push this down. And there we are. Exhaust is now fully off. Okay, so now we have the exhaust off, the nice Black Widow. This is very dirty, by the way. We might clean it one day. I do have something to clean it for, but at the minute I don't think there's any point with the weather, and it's meant to rain later, so I'm not looking forward to that. Anyway, now we should be ready. This bike takes 10W40 oil, by the way, with a 140 oil filter. I think 141 works as well. I'm not sure, don't count me on it. I've had 141 before, it's just the same, I think. Just make sure to look it up before you do so, and make sure it is for 4-stroke as well, which all 10W40s should be. So all you need to do for an oil change is undo these 3 bolts, which is where the oil filter is located. First things first, you want to get to the oil drain plug, which is under here. For this, we are going to get our handy dandy nice little oil drainer, so all the oil will go into here. And just because I don't want to get my dad's little back garden all messy, we're going to put something underneath just to make sure we don't create a mess and stain the floor. Okay, there's the oil draining. It does look a little bit black, but it doesn't look too dirty black. And the key thing to look out for is metal pieces, which I don't know if you can see that, but I think there is 1 or 2 sparkles, but it doesn't look anything too bad. I feel like it's standard for a Yamaha R125. Check in here as well for metal pieces. I think there is 1 or 2, so you just want to clean that out and make sure there's nothing in there. Another thing as well is to check your oil filter, see if there's any metal pieces in there, but to be fair, in the oil filter, I don't see any shiny parts at all. And you'll notice that in your oil filter cover, there's like an O-ring. You're meant to change that every 2 oil changes, but I've not changed it once since owning the bike, and I've done about 6, 7 oil changes. Don't even make a joke out of that because 6, 7 is actually annoying. But yeah, as you see, it does fine. So replace it if you need to. Only if it's leaking oil. If it's not leaking oil, you're fine. Just give it a little clean. And just because now this is all done, I'm gonna lean the bike up straight so just the rest of the oil comes out. Okay, now that your oil is done, fully draining, even if it's just 1 drop at a time, you'll be all right. install your new oil filter. It can only go in one way, so you can't install it wrong. Just remember the opening hole goes like that, so then obviously the filter cover can go through. And again, just be careful tightening up these bolts, because remember, they are only small bolts. If the bolt is small, it usually doesn't need to be that tight. They literally need to be 25 newmeters. So just until you start feeling a bit of resistance, that's when you should stop, because then you'll snap them. Trust me, I've done it before. Like that. And now to put the drain plug back together, so it goes like this. It's a little bit tricky because you do have to like balance it and then tighten it at the same time while all lining it up. So trust me, I can do this. I've done it countless times before. Come on. Look at that. Trained professional. Now that does need to be a little bit tight because it is the drain plug, and if that falls out while riding, you're cooked. Everything's sorted. All you have to do is take off this little, what do you call it, dipstick? There we are. Forgot what it's called then. Put it over to a side, put your funnel in, and then pour your oil into the funnel and fill it up. This bike takes in 1 litre of oil, so just a simple 1 litre bottle will do fine, and you shouldn't need any more. If you need, some bikes are different. A Gixxer I think takes 1.4 litres, because I remember doing an oil change with my mate, gave him a litre and he was like still needing more oil, so yeah. And that's quite simply an oil change, just like that. Very simple, very easy. Literally took me like, what, 10-15 minutes? That's it. And we need to let the oil circulate around the engine, so we need to turn the bike on. And obviously we need to install the battery. The battery should be now charged, so we're going to install the battery. See how it goes. Right now the battery's in the engine. In the bike. It should start with a fully charged battery, hopefully. And if not, then we have something else with an issue. It's in neutral. I forgot we had no exhaust on. That's so funny. Right, I forgot we didn't have the exhaust on, so now it sounds like bubbles. But obviously that's now the bike starts, which is great. The battery is fully charged. Let's install the exhaust. Now the exhaust is actually on, we can actually start it properly, and hopefully there's no exhaust leak, because sometimes you have to replace the gasket when you take the exhaust off. It depends on the gasket. I did have a gap, but then I managed to make it tight, so hopefully it starts as well. Hopefully. Look at that. Yep, like a dream. No exhaust leak. There's a slight exhaust leak by the baffle, because the baffle once came out when I was riding. The bolts somehow snapped, and yeah, ended up bending the baffle a little bit, but that's okay. Doesn't seem like any oil's really leaking. That's just from previous. I need to clean that up. That's fine. Give it a little rev. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to put this back in, but we will do that. Let's put all the fairings back together, and then we can work on the next thing. Okay, now the whole bike is back together. It is looking nice. It's still obviously very dirty, as you can see. It is a right state, and I don't really have time to clean it just yet. But another thing I want to sort out is also this. When I was installing one of my rear fairings, I didn't line it up properly, and look, now it just overlaps when this is meant to be over. So I'm hoping I can just take this out without having to take this all back off, and yeah, sort it all out. Right, now look at that. That is a much better, much cleaner look on the bike. Doesn't look scruffy. Now I can't do anything about this because my seat lock is broken. I am going to order a new seat lock eventually. Just at the minute we don't have one. It has just started raining, but I want to still tighten up my chain and clean it because my chain is honestly awful at the minute. This is my wheel. Look at that. Very, very dirty, but I've not had time to clean it because, you know, look at the weather. There's no point cleaning it when it's just going to get dirty again. And I don't have a garage, but I am looking to get a garage. And as you can see, my chain isn't that loose. it could do with tightening. Let's remove all of this away. It could do with tightening and cleaning. I'm going to use WD-40 to clean it. It's not an issue as long as you lube it up straight afterwards, which is what I'm going to do. And we'll show you how to tighten up the bolts. Just don't forget to obviously retighten this the wheel nut, because I did that last time and I lost the nut and then I had a loose wheel. So yeah, that was not great at all. Now you've loosened the nuts, all you got to do is you'll see there's 2 nuts on either side here, and you've got dotted lines here. This is your markings to balance both sides. So when you loosen the bolts, they tighten up the chain. So first you've got to loosen up the big bolt, just like so, boom, nice and loose. And then you just want to keep loosening this, and you'll see, as I loosen this bolt, you'll see that the chain, will also move, you see? And that's the chain tightening up. And then you want to get that to be on that nut on the same line as the other side. So now that chain is nice and tight. You don't want it too tight, but you also want it fairly tight. You want about 10 mil of movement each way, I think at most. And then yeah. Now to clean the chain, we will clean the chain. Don't know if I should do it on here because I don't want to create a mess with the WD-40, but this is also why I wanted to get the spools so I can lift the wheel up and then rotate it around. But I'll just give you a quick example. I'm just gonna spray some WD-40 all over this. This isn't actually good for your chain at all, but as long as you clean it, you'll be fine. And then once we start wiping, you can see what a difference that makes in the chain. That is already looking brand spanking new. And then you just want to do that throughout the entire chain, which we're going to do. That means I have to move the bike and stuff. But you just want to keep doing that. And keep wiping it straight away. This is also very good for cleaning other things. Just don't let it stick. Make sure you wipe the WD-40, because otherwise it's going to create more mess than you'd like. I'm going to rush this a little bit just because I don't want it to get any heavier rain. It's going to start raining soon. It has stopped raining, but it's going to get heavier. Now, all you want to do is lube the chain. I would say use one of these, but mine's really ruined, so I'm just gonna lube it and then wipe it a little bit with that cloth and then leave it as that until I get some new tools. So for this, all you want is I get all-weather lube because it's just best. You might as well get all-weather instead of just certain times of the year. And then you just want to spray it in between the little moving parts, like so, not actually on the outside, just in the middle, kind of, so it all soaks in, because you need them to go into the little moving parts. I don't know what they're called, I can't remember. Like I said, I'm a spasanic. And then don't do it like this way, do it a better way than me. I mean, you can do it this way, it's just not as clean or as accurate. And then obviously wiping it down with whatever I showed you there would be the way to go. But, yeah, it's dirty and I don't want to mess up the chain too much. And then just give it a quick wipe. This isn't going to be the best video on YouTube, I'm sorry guys. I'm still working on my scenario. I'm trying to get a unit at some point because I do have a car coming to the channel soon. Once I save up enough money, which should be just a few weeks, because I've actually got a full-time job now. And I really like making content for fun, even if it don't make me money back. It's just something I always love. I don't know why, I just love sharing what I do. I have a huge passion for vehicles and like, just my life, man. I mean, I couldn't think of my life without this. But yeah, as you can see, the chain looks significantly cleaner. It's nice and lubed, it's nice and tight. And that is basically a bit of bike maintenance. So we've taught you how to do an oil change, tighten up the chain. Oh, do not forget to tighten up the wheel nut, because that's what I've just forgot to do. Silly, silly me. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I appreciate it very much. That's going to be it. There's some more things that could be done to the bike, but at the minute I don't have the products on order, or they've not arrived yet, or I need some certain tools for other things. Because I wanted to do some things like fix my seat, fix the rear seat, because there's no nut in that and it's loose and it needs a new one anyway. But apart from that, everything is all good. Maybe rear brakes could do with changing, or the disc. I'm not too sure yet. I need to find out what's the issue. Yeah, that's it for now. If you want more videos like this, let me know, guys. Obviously, I told you I'm getting a car soon. I want to modify it really cleanly. If you can guess what car it is, then it's a German car. Okay, guys? So thank you so much for watching. I'll peace you on the next one.
You'll be my American boy, American boy.